Hugh. We're going to be looking today at the safe use of a knife to work on some whittling projects. First things first, we need to make sure the knife is in good condition, and a quick run up and down the strop just to get a super sharp edge. A blunt knife is actually more dangerous than a razor sharp knife. Right, now we've got the blade as sharp as it can be. It either lives on the block with the blade in or in the sheath. Right, so a quick look at wood selection. So this is the same branch of hazel, but with different features along its length. Okay, so this one has got lots of little offshoots. Were we to split that piece of wood, you would see that these offshoots change the shape of the grain flow within the wood, so quite tricky to work with. So this piece of hazel has recently been felled, so it's what we'd call green wood. It doesn't feel wet, but it is actually very moist. This is the easiest condition for the wood to be in to cut. Certain areas of the wood are not very good for carving, so the pith line, so the first year and second year of growth, as the tree grows, produces extra rings, that is very soft. So if possible, avoid the middle. This one is pretty clean. Ideal really to work on a project. So at the end of any cut, the knife either needs to move into sort of free air, free space, or end up on the block. At no point should it be travelling towards you or towards your other hand. So this wavy bit of hazel, it's got contours in the grain and they're quite distorted. So I'm just going to show what effect the grain direction has on how the wood cuts. So I'm actually slicing into the grain there, and it's stopping the flow. But if I was to turn it over and go with the grain, it's just a lot easier. So using that push cut, I am parting the wood away, but I can't control really how far down that split goes. We can do that now, so let's pick a spot here. And what I'm going to do is put a stop cut in. And I'm using a straight arm and dropping my shoulder to get that blade to dig in. Now if I continue down like that, the chip will actually come away where I've decided that it's going to come away. So that's called a stop cut. We're going to add in another really handy cut called a push cut. So again, it's easier to use your shoulder. So I'm dropping down the weight. That's my stop cut. And now the push cut, do it up here if you wish, a bit more control. Put your thumb on the back of the blade and just taking little push cuts like that. So I'm pushing with my thumb. I can create a shoulder that stops exactly at the black line. So stop cut, push cut. When you work on your piece, always make it over length, and then you can cut it to the right dimensions afterwards. Okay, so we're going to attempt to replicate this fella on this piece of hazel using push cuts and stop cuts. again, remembering as you relax into doing it, it's quite easy to sit down and maybe work like this, but around this area you've got some big arteries and you want to steer clear of just getting too relaxed with it. Not a bad idea to stop and just have a break now and again as well, because that's when I've cut myself, is when I've just got carried away and overdone it. Back to the stop cut to clean the bottom out. Now you might be thinking, oh, he's moving the blade towards his body, but it's actually being blocked by this wood here. Okay. Right. So there we go, with a piece of green wood, a sharp knife, and a bit of imagination, you can create things like that, just with two simple cuts really, the stop cut and the push cut. I could spend hours on this, adding features to it. So yeah, go for it, enjoy.